Hello, guys. This is Shar. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Now, I wanted to come back really quick tonight to talk briefly about this crazy scenario that I heard. I ended up getting this story off the YouTube streets, y'all. Okay, this came through my feed or whatever, and I thought it was a crazy ass weird story, and I wanted to share. Okay, it also made me think about two incidents that I endured from two people that made me think sort of like, ooh, was this somewhat like a get out scenario? I don't know. But yeah, this was like a real life possible get out scenario for this young male, okay? If you saw the movie Get Out, then you know, you know. If you have not saw the movie Get Out, I urge you to watch it. It came out a few years ago, so I'm quite sure it's on all the streaming platforms or whatever. It was just like a psychological thriller, thriller type movie, and but yet you wonder, like, is it really people out here like that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you a scenario. I'm just going to put it really quick in a nutshell. If you want to hear the story in its entirety, because I think on the channel, the lady's channel, I think she got like audio or something like that. So if you want to hear the story in its entirety, the YouTube channel was called Low Down, I think. Just the way it sounds, Low Down. I think it's all one word. I don't think it had a space in it. But yeah, the channel was called Low Down. So that's where I got this story from. Okay. So, but really quick, before I get into the actual story, what made me, this story made me think about two scenarios that happened to me. Nothing like Get Out, but I just thought was weird. The people put like goosebumps on me both times. One time, and it was two women that were white, okay? One time I was in Target. I'll never forget, I was in Target. I was in an aisle. I'm not sure what aisle. Knowing me, probably stationary, because I'm always in there looking at the planners and stuff. But anyway, I was in an aisle, and another, I don't know if she was already, it's so long ago. It might have been 4 years ago or something like that. But I don't know if she was already in the aisle or ended up coming into the aisle when I got there, or vice versa. Did I come into the aisle when she was already there? I don't know. But anyway, me and the lady ended up in the aisle together. Wasn't nobody else in the aisle with us. And she looked like she was like middle age. She looked like she could have been in her 40s or something. Yeah, I don't know, because a lot of times those people be looking a lot older and they're not really even that damn old. But she looked like she was in her 40s, maybe 40, anywhere from 40 to 45, whatever. Okay. So the lady was just like, "Oh, your skin is so nice." Like that. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Now I don't have beautiful skin. Like, I just don't. Like, I mean, I'm okay with my skin, but and it's not like packed down with acne, but I don't really have beautiful skin like that. You know what I mean? I wear foundation and concealer every day. Because I do have like 11 different colors on my face, but of course with the foundation you would never know. Now, I do pride myself on wearing like a makeup, no makeup look, or what do you call it, a no makeup look or whatever. So it's not like a lot of foundation or put on heavy. But I mean, I don't know, I guess because I know about makeup, I feel like anybody can tell that I have it on, I guess. You know what I mean? Even though it might be a light beat, but it's still a beat nonetheless, right? But I don't know, maybe she felt like I didn't have on makeup, I don't know. But it wasn't so much as what she said, it was just how she said it. You know what I'm saying? And she said it a second time, because she only said it twice. She said it a second time with the same type of enthusiasm, and kind of was just like in such awe, like I just had this gorgeous drop dead skin or something. And she was like, "Oh my God, your skin is so pretty. It's so lovely." And I was like, "Oh, yet again, thank you." But in my head, I was like, "Oh, like what the fuck is wrong with this lady?" So yeah, I kind of just played it off and was like, "Okay, well, have a good day," and I kind of just mosey on out of the aisle from her, because again, she weirded me out. Okay, weirded me completely out. Don't know what that was about, but whatever. So here it is, a whole nother time, whole nother scenario. I mean, these incidents was probably like years apart or whatever, whatever. And I was always at a store somewhere, but I was at another store. I think I was in a line this time, and I think the line was long. So, people just in general was just kind of like talking in the line since we was waiting a long time. It might have even been at the holidays or something. It might have been why the line was long. And this time it was an older woman. It was like an old lady, an old white lady. And the first woman was white too, but this woman was an old white lady, like 65 plus, maybe even 70. I don't know. She was kind of really old. And she was like, oh, that little kind of ricket voice. Oh, you're so young. And, just bypass, hi, how you doing? Good afternoon or whatever. Happy holiday. Just bypass all the general salutations. It was just, you're so young, you're so much vigor. I was like, what? Okay. Because what do you say to that? I was just like, thank you. I thought that was weird. You know what I mean? And then every so often she would just kind of look, because I think I was behind her. And every so often she would kind of look back up at me, because she was a little short little lady, and she would kind of just look back up at me every so often, kind of turn around and kind of look at me. I was like, what is wrong with So yeah, that it just, when I heard this story, it kind of just took me right back to those two scenarios. And like I said, them was like years apart, didn't happen together or anything. So yeah, it made me think, like, is it really people out here doing some get out type of stuff? It's weird. Anyway, so moving on to what the video is about. Long story short, I don't want to make this video long, but a young couple, white girl, black guy, ended up dating. Okay, and I think they were fairly young. They weren't in their teens, but I think they were in their 20s. And I believe they were in the South. They were in Mississippi somewhere. And black guy ends up dating white girl, and long story short, I guess they really engulfed in this relationship or whatever they got going on. She called herself acting like she really, really likes him, and she didn't want to lose him or something like that. I think on the lady's channel low down, I think she has actual audio, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have any audio here. I just have pictures of the text messages. Okay. But if you want to hear this story in its entirety, go check out her channel. But yeah, so long story short, she said she didn't want to lose him because she really, really liked him, but she wanted him to meet her parents. However, her parents didn't really care for black people, or kind of didn't care for black guys, or maybe just didn't want their daughter to date a black guy, something to that effect, right? And but she was insisting that he meet her parents, and so she set up a date for them to go out to dinner to a restaurant, public place. And he agreed to go. He went. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a clip of him taking a picture of the dinner table. He didn't take a picture of them, but it was just like literally of the table. Like, I think you could see their arms and stuff on the table, or maybe in their glasses that they were drinking from or whatever. I don't know why he didn't take actual pictures of them. I have no idea or whatever. But anyway, so long story short, he ended up, and I'm not even sure if when he saw the text messages, was it at dinner? I think it was, though. I think it was. He ended up picking up her phone, the girl he dates, and he saw text messages. And it appeared to be a text message from the girl's mother texting her daughter. And it appeared to be that she was texting her daughter this at dinner while they were there. And so I have pictures of the text messages. I'm trying to read them here because the picture is kind of blurry. But the text message said, he seems well put together, but it's something about him me and Jeff don't approve of. I think Jeff is her dad. And she says, he seems like he would be good around the house for things we need, but not for a relationship. Huh? How you just saying that about this guy you don't even know? Young guy you don't even know. What do you mean? He'll be good for around the house. Forget that you don't want him to date your daughter. That's cool. That's your choice. But what do you mean he'll be good for around the house? What is that about? So, anyway, it goes on to say, try to convince him to start working for us. And once we take a trip to the mountains this summer, well, you know the rest. Huh? What you mean you know the rest? The rest of what? So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this was a prank. I mean, but it's not being reported as a prank at all. Not from the guy and not from the woman that I got the story from, the Lowdown channel. It's not being reported as a prank at all. This was literally on the text messages on the phone of the girl that he was dating. And the text message was from the mother. Can you believe this? Like, is that not weird? And would you not get the up and run if you saw some ish like that? I'll read it again. She says, he seems well put together, but it's something about him me and Jeff don't approve of. He seems like he would be good around the house for things we need, but not for a relationship. Try to convince him to start working for us. And once we take the trip to the mountains this summer, period. Well, you know the rest. He saw this. And then, so after that, he ended up texting. And this guy, I mean, hey, she posted the text message on her channel. And his name is what? Cavante Devon. It looks like it was a tweet. But he said, so this is why I stopped dating outside my race. Would have been good and set up. And to this day, she still don't know that I saw them messages on her phone because I left afterwards and never said nothing else about it. Be careful out here, especially in Mississippi. That's what he tweeted. I believe these are tweets. That's what he tweeted. That is what the guy tweeted. Okay? And yeah, I don't know. I can't even explain what the hell that could have really truly been about. I mean, you could only just think the worst. I mean, your mind just goes to the worst, especially since the movie Get Out has come out. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's weird. Like, you can't date him, but he could do stuff around the house. Just become y'all little, what do you call those people that know how to fix a lot of stuff? Mr. Fixer-Upper or a handyman. Just fixing stuff, light bulbs or digging dirt for your gardens and, all kinds of stuff. Taking out the trash. I guess that's what they were going to have him do. I guess, all willy-nilly. But they did say work for them. But, I mean, damn, don't he already got a job? Like, and what makes you think he wants to work for y'all around y'all house? And what's up with the whole mountain thing? Like, what was going to happen in the mountains? You know the rest. What, y'all going to kill him? Like, what? Yeah. Only God knows. Only God and the devil really knew what that text message meant. So, yeah. Apparently, he got out. He got out or left the restaurant before he ended up seeing what the girl texted back to her mom. He just seen that text message from the mom to the daughter. So, yeah. I don't know, y'all. It's some weird people out here. It is some weird people out here. Be careful. But I just thought that was a weird, strange story. You guys, please drop down in the comments. Have you guys had any type of weird scenarios or little things with anybody, really? Not just white people, just anyone. You know, with me, it happened to be two separate occasions. They both were white. But, I mean, it could be any race, ethnicity. People are weird. Not necessarily from their race, but just because they're weird people in general or whatever. But if you have any scenarios or weird scenarios similar to this, let me know. Drop it down in the comments. I do talk back. Like the video, subscribe, and until next time, guys, ciao.